Opening night, always a lot of fun for a broadcaster. But what's it like as a player?
Well, no matter how many years you have in the league, opening night creates more butterflies than any other night. You want to make that great first impression for sure, but you're also really excited that it starts to count.
And are you nervous right now?
A tad.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Hero in at the 2-guard spot. So it's Denver now. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. And he buries his first look.
Against good defense, he finds just enough room to operate.
Outside Edwards. Kicks it out Towns. Lets the 3 fly. On target from range.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
Ball outside. Out to Powell. Launches a 3. That shot off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Edwards for 3. He goes up again. And it's laid in by Towns. Towns has got 5 points.
Yeah, at 6'11", 250 pounds, Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
Ball way outside. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
Edwards against Hero. Now here's Edwards. Excellent D there from Hero. And that does it for the first quarter. Warriors ahead, up by 5. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. He really got after it.
You give any team this many second chance opportunities, it's going to put you in control.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. LaMelo Ball is out there with Keontae George. Then it's Zeke Naji. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Tyson in at the power forward.
Yeah, and there's a 3 right back. LaMelo Ball answering the call.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
After 4 seasons in Golden State, Jonathan Kuminga moves on, and he was the guy that they drafted number 7 overall. But after a lengthy free agency saga in which the Warriors and Kuminga exchanged several proposals, and they had several sign and trade discussions, Kuminga lands elsewhere. So his run in Golden State is over. They're losing a good young player. Let's see how they can replenish the cupboard there in Golden State.
Something to watch. Shams, appreciate the report. Here's LaVine, following the score by Golden State. Ball outside. Fires the 3. Ball with another miss. The Warriors lead by 7. Pass to Thompson. Down low. Here's Holmgren. And it's Holmgren fighting through the contact.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
Here's Tyson. He's covered by Holmgren. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Takes a step back. Over to the wing. The 3 from Ball. The shot comes out.
Oh, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
Pass to Markkanen. 3-pointer. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Markkanen's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And so it's the Golden State Warriors now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Building this. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
They've done some good things. I mean, they've also let those other guys get comfortable at the offensive end.
Yeah. And let's take a moment now to see some results from games that have already. Thanks for joining us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You have to like what we're seeing from Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Well, defensively, you'd like to force the ball out of his hands and make someone else beat you, but that's easier said than done.
Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Leonard passes to Towns. Outside Edwards. Lets it go. Rebounded by Denver.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
To the inside. And stolen by Leonard. Outside Irving. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Zubac. Nuggets trail by 13. To the paint. Here's Ball. LaMelo sending it.
And look at Ball take off. Love seeing him use his athleticism to slam it home.
Leonard outside. Back to Irving for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. Irving's gone 2 of 5 tonight. Powell against Leonard. Powell passes to Porzingis. And here's Ball. The 3 is up. LaMelo knocks down the long one.
You have to stay in Ball's shirt out there or he will rise and fire.
Here's Edwards. Count the basket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Here's Ball. Launches it. Oh! LaMelo from the cheap seats.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
In order to cut into a lead the way that they have, you must be outstanding on both ends.
And so it's the Golden State. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
I just love the way he plays. He does a great job of making everyone around him better.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. On the court for the Nuggets, they've got Tyler Hero, Norman Powell out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Ivica Zubac, and it's Ball in at the 1 spot. The Warriors lead by 5. Here's Edwards. Wembanyama, screen on Hero. Edwards! He's off from 3. Denver has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. A minute and a half left in the 4th quarter. Out of bounds, it'll be Warriors ball.
Yeah, communication breakdown. 2 guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Outside Leonard, fires the 3. Cleared away by Hero. And so Hero will bring it up for the Nuggets. Trailing by 5. 1 minute in now in the 4th quarter. Now Zubac. Yes, sir! Take it in the layup.
The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
As always, Allie, thank you. There's 45 seconds left in the 4th. Edwards. It's in!
Wow. Edwards almost makes it look effortless. Like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
Free throw good, Edwards.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
And so David Adelman calls for the timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game. That is a big part of Hero's role with this team, being a reliable bucket getter regardless of the situation.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
Connect!
Pressure's on, but it seems like Ball is not feeling any of it.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second.
Taking 2 shots.
And he does get the second one. And that puts him up 5.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
Now a timeout called by Denver. They're down by 5. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Hero fires! Can't get the 3. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
And so it's Golden State winning this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's...
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Well, no doubt these players, GA, are eager to get this season going.
Listen, there's definitely some nerves, but it's mainly excitement. This is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
And now the Lakers starting group. Up at forward, the star pairing of LeBron and Davis. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Suggs. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Murray kicks to Antetokounmpo. Outside, Avdia. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for L.A. It's a three-point game. James sets the screen for Suggs. About a minute played so far here in the first. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Hey, you can see that former football player mentality and history on display with Suggs. He is fearless.
Sarr with the screen on Davis. Here's Giannis. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. The Lakers with a quick start to this game. Stolen by Avdia. Here's Murray. Lakers with the rebound. Last time they met was in Minnesota where they beat the Timberwolves.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But in that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. For Davis, and the last second attempt doesn't fall, and so it's Los Angeles bringing the quarter to a close with and if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one and taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So for the Lakers right now, Zion Williamson is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Keyshawn George. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Porter in a shooting guard. And here is Williamson, following the three-pointer by Derek White. Porter passes to Williamson. George with a screen on Ingram. Clock is at 3. Here's Williamson. Rejected by Ingram.
You know, that's where Brandon Ingram's huge wingspan comes into play at the defensive end of the floor.
Reeves finds McCollum outside White. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Now here's McCollum. Reeves with the screen on Nembhard. White. White with another miss. And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker, but Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way, either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run. A natural gift for converting around the rim.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Giannis, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant. Avdia comes in for Austin Reeves. And Murray subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Duran, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. LeBron comes in for George. George checked in for Michael Porter. And it's Suggs in for Andrew Nembhard.
A true scorer's attitude. Ingram knows where he needs to be on the floor to get his shot.
James outside. A 3-ball. That one, no good. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 5. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here.
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
I think for the Timberwolves, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason. Yeah, you have big...
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Lakers. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game, notable performance by Jalen Suggs.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
We've got Avdia. Alexander Sarr is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Austin Reed. And it's Murray in at the point guard. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Anthony Davis prefers playing power forward. He said, quote, "If I have to play the 5, then it's totally fine. At the end of the day, I trust coach's decision." I'm pretty sure you heard AD wants to play the 4, but I want to win. So if that's me playing the 5, that's what it's going to be. Back to you guys.
He can do both. All right, Allie, thanks a lot.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
To the inside. And Sarr throws it down.
And this is why you involve the big man Sarr in pick and roll. He understands how to take advantage.
LeBron outside. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Suggs in the corner. The kick out to LeBron. Over Avdia. And it's LeBron missing. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 5. Steps back. Using his size, Giannis.
You know, this is where Giannis still does most of his damage. He has the size, athleticism, and shot repertoire to hurt you inside.
From 18 feet away, 3/4 of play in a close game here. Los Angeles on top, up by 3. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3/4 behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Up and forward, the star pairing of LeBron and Davis. Suggs out there with Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Duren in at the 5 spot.
The sheer power of Antetokounmpo goes up and throws it down hard. That is impressive.
Here's Duren. And he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
Off target from outside.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that first.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Avdia. Oh, what a finish.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what J.J. Redick was saying to the team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, "We're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that." To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Suggs. And get the 3. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Minnesota. It's a 1-point game. It's stolen by Davis. LeBron with it. Guarded by Murray. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Gigantic points there from Suggs. He knows how to bury the big ones.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And we call those ATOs, or plays run after a timeout. They often make the difference in the game.
Now James. three. The three is off. So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. What a show they put up.
Giannis, you knew.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaFleur.
Coming right up, the Celtics. Feels like just yesterday we were watching the NBA Finals doors. Now a brand new season is getting started.
Like yesterday to me. I've been dying for some NBA hoops all summer. Let's tip it up.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Kate Cunningham. Then it's Jaylen Brown. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The three from Curry. And the three-pointer goes.
Ideally, you want to chase Stephen Curry off the three-point line. But, folks, it is not as easy as you might think.
Here's Doncic. Uses the glass on the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Gobert with a screen on Doncic. From deep. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Now, doing it like only he can. Stephen Curry's accuracy is something to watch.
52 seconds left in the first quarter here. From deep, here's Doncic. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Curry against SGA. Back to Durant. Lets it go from deep. And that's good. Stephen Curry for three. Curry's got 9 points.
I don't know that there's another guy in the league that would even think about it from that distance. It's uncanny how comfortable he is from that kind of range. Steph Curry doing work.
Now here's SGA. Coming off a terrific game against Brooklyn. 6 to shoot. The three is up. They get it again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Raptors. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
They've got Scotty Barnes, Butler out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Thompson, and it's Smith in at the center position. That's the five out there for the Raptors. Now here's Butler. Smith no good.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
And Doris, very disciplined are the Celtics at the defensive end of the floor.
And BA, they do something that great defensive teams do. They limit their fouls. They don't gamble for steals. They try to give up one contested shot. At the rim, it's all about verticality.
Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left for him?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
Looking at who's out there now for Toronto. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Thompson. Trey Murphy comes in for Smith. And it's Curry in for Caruso. Here's SGA. No good on the fadeaway.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here's Curry. Ooh, tough finish. Curry, the magician.
Curry understands how to take a hit, prepares for it, and makes the necessary adjustments.
Smith, he's checked in for Toronto. And the Celtics also making a change. Adebayo's checked in for Cunningham. Celtics trail by 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Mobley outside. Takes the 3. Shot's good. SGA making the play. Mobley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Durant for 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It was the Hornets with the win against the Wizards in Washington.
Lots of amazing plays in that one. We'll be seeing them over and over and over on that loop.
And now revisiting that first half for Steph Curry, he was lights out.
So,
thanks for tuning in.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So the Celtics 5 right now. They've got Luka Doncic. Alperen Sengun out there with Jaylen Brown. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Cunningham in at small forward. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That's for certain. Shams, thank you for the report. And one guy you can neither speed up nor slow down, that's Luka Doncic.
Yeah, BA, he completely dictates the pace. From the opening tip till the final buzzer, he can control the game.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Ryan. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. Here's Curry, following the bucket by Boston. Yes, sir! KD for three.
The confidence of Kevin Durant. He gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Barnes. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. No good there with a step-back J. And so it's Toronto, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. What has them in... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and you did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Rudy Gobert. Barnes is out there.